Somebody once told me it's time for the 359 podcast, episode 248. I'm BVG in the house today. We've got Alfred and Roger Cheng. What's up, everybody?
Yo. Hey! What's up, Periscope?
We're the sharpest
YouTube?
tools in the shed.
No, let's not start that again.
Hey now.
All right, we're not all stars. Clearly, if you watch the show, you know we're not all stars. So, it's another busy day. We're going to be talking about yet another massive ransomware attack. Petya or GoldenEye or whatever you want to call it.
So many names.
Alfred, our security guru, is here to break down why you should care. We'll also be talking a bit about CNET's camera shootout with the big Android phones, OnePlus 5, Galaxy S8, and the Google Pixel, and who won out. And lastly, we'll be talking about Qualcomm's announcement, some technology that they've developed to get fingerprint sensors buried underneath the display, which is something we may see with the iPhone.
Well, not Qualcomm's.
Not Qualcomm's.
Not Qualcomm's for
but
sure.
Some form of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, as usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. BVG will grab the best. We will try to get to them in 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
All right, buckle up, everybody. Here we go in the 3, 2...
Welcome to the 359. I'm Roger Cheng.
I'm Alfred.
Well, it happened again. Another ransomware attack has hit, and companies and government agencies around the world are scrambling. It's a variant of a strain called Petya, and it's even worse than WannaCry. Alfred, you report extensively on this yesterday and today. How is this different than WannaCry? What is this?
Well, it's the same thing as WannaCry in the way that it's spread and the fact that it's ransomware, but you can't call it the same as WannaCry just because of how much more severe the ransomware itself is. So when you take a look at WannaCry, it essentially encrypted, certain files on your computer that you might need.
Right.
And then basically said, you can't use this. The difference with this new one, it's called GoldenEye instead, which is a strain of Petya, another ransomware that came out.
Which, by the way, is a cooler name.
Yes, for sure. GoldenEye is definitely way cooler than Petya, or some other name called not Petya. But this one, it doesn't only encrypt files on your computer, it also encrypts your entire hard drive. So essentially, your computer just becomes like a very expensive brick unless you pay for decryption. And then in this scenario, they used an email address from a website called Postio, which is based in Germany.
Yep.
And even if you pay it, you can't get it back because the host, Postio, they took down that email address. So you can't email them your information saying, hey, please send me the decryption code because that email no longer exists.
Wait, so what does that mean, though? Does it mean everyone is just screwed?
For now, yes,
Wow.
Pretty much if you've been infected. But it spread the same way that WannaCry did, which is through the Eternal Blue NSA exploit.
Yep.
And it also used it combined another exploit with Microsoft Office documents. And that's basically how the initial network in Kiev got infected and then just spread over to everybody else.
Someone clicked on a bad Word file?
Pretty much.
All right, next up, CNET tested out the big Android phones in a camera shootout. There's the Galaxy S8, the Pixel, and the OnePlus 5. And surprisingly, the Pixel actually held on fairly strong. That's interesting considering it's the oldest phone.
And I couldn't believe it because it's the only one that doesn't have a dual lens camera in the back.
No, the GS8 does not have a dual lens camera.
Okay, well, I'm wrong twice now. Now I thought the OnePlus 5, though, because it had the dual lens, would have done better than both of them. But
yes, it's a clear case that even adding an extra lens, adding extra hardware, sometimes isn't always the solution.
Mm-hmm. I mean, from the photos that I've seen, though, it seems that, the Pixel is able to get, the most detail by, getting the most light in their photos.
And it seemed Andy Hoyle, who actually did the shootout, he noted that the OnePlus 5 in particular had some issues with its white balance. So the color of the photos seemed a little off. What should have been, blue kind of had this yellowish hue to it. But yeah, that said, the OnePlus 5 is the only one out of these three phones that can do that portrait or bokeh effect.
Yeah, it looks a lot better as far as photo comparison goes once you get to the close-ups. And I feel like that's kind of what the dual lens, specializes in.
Yes, definitely. So, I mean, it's definitely a phone you should have in consideration. It is far less expensive than the other phones. It's definitely got its own following, but it's not exactly a widely available phone. You can't go to a carrier store and buy a OnePlus 5, so that's always the issue.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
All right. Lastly, Qualcomm has found a way to put fingerprint sensors underneath the screen, which is something that we're hoping to see with the iPhone. But Alfred, can you explain how Qualcomm's doing this?
So they revealed this yesterday, or I guess this morning, at Mobile World Congress Shanghai.
Yep.
Where essentially, instead of using normal fingerprint scanners where you put your finger on it and it kind of has like a small camera kind of thing on it. Not camera, but it's like a scanner.
There's a scanner plus there's the metal ring.
This one uses ultrasonic sensors. So in the same way that you can get an image through, like when you get an ultrasound for like a baby, this uses that kind of technology. And doing that, it allows them to go through like thicker like material, like going underneath your screen instead of having to be like up on the surface for it.
Gotcha. And it's the first phone to actually incorporate this is a Vivo phone. It's really it seems like it's a concept video at this point. I think they're really just announcing it to say that they're first, since
because
as you said,
Qualcomm said that this technology isn't really going to be commercially available until the summer of 2018.
Right, and right now we're expecting the iPhone to have similar technology, not this kind of ultrasonic technology, definitely not using Qualcomm's technology, but be able to accomplish the same task, and it's supposed to come in the fall.
Yes.
So it's really Vivo planting the stake in the ground. All right, for more of these stories, check us out on CNET. I'm Roger Cheng.
I'm Alfred.
Thanks for listening.
All right, jumping right into the comments and questions in the chat. We do recognize we did kind of have to breeze through that really quick. Our goal is to try to get the right bite size into a 4-minute podcast that people can download as per instruction from our superiors. But we're going to go into a little more detail right now, and there are plenty of great questions and comments filtering in. We're going to start right off with the Panamanian Mike, who was a little disappointed we skipped over how to migrate. Or mitigate. Sorry, I can't read this far away. I thought he wants us to just go into more details about how to mitigate the problem.
With the
ransomware.
Well, I mean, I think
if you have it, or in general,
if you've been hit, you're
mostly
like
branching upon with Dr. Ramahan is give us instructions on how to protect yourself. I know Matthew Datcher goes on to say that we use a service called Know Before to teach how to not to indiscriminately click on suspicious emails.
Well, the issue with this strain of ransomware, and the same thing with WannaCry, is that even if you yourself personally are very careful with your computer, what you download, and you have getting all the updates and things like that, this exploit exposes basically your computer's networks. This one in particular, Eternal Blue, used the SMB networks on Windows devices. So even if you personally are very careful, if somebody else that's on your computer network messes up, you're infected. That's how it spreads so quickly. So you got to watch out for yourself, but then now you have to tell everybody that's on the same computer network that you are to also be careful. So the other thing is everybody should be patching their computers as quickly as they can.
I think that's the reminder there is that WannaCry should have been a reminder for everyone to update their computer, but I think you said in your story today, was it 39% of computers?
36 million computers were not patched.
We're not patched even after WannaCry.
Yes, and that's only from the computers that were using Avast antivirus,
right, which really just is a small fraction.
Yeah, So that's the thing. There should have been more people that patched it, but it looks like after WannaCry happened, I guess some people thought, oh well, it's probably not going to happen again, and then here we go.
Guess what? Yep.
So patch your computers to the latest
and
updates.
It's not just patching your computer; it's making sure every computer on your network is also patched.
Yeah,
correct. Right. Do we have any suggested resources to go along to where can they find this? Where can they get the patch?
Oh, from
Microsoft.
Right from Microsoft. We have a link in the article.
Do we? We don't.
We should add a link.
Add that link in there,
into the article.
Check the show notes afterwards. We'll link you out.
Yep.
In the chat. Oh my God, I'm gonna butcher this name, and I'm so sorry. Raja Manakam. I apologize again. Will Petya affect Linux computers?
It will not, because this is taking advantage of a Windows exploit. But that's not to say that Linux computers are not safe from ransomware in general. Last week, a South Korean host company paid the largest known payout for ransomware. They paid $1 million for this ransomware, which is I'm not sure if there's ever been more discreetly, but for sure this is the largest amount publicly disclosed, that they paid $1 million to free up their servers because they were hosting a ton of websites, and then hackers basically put ransomware on their servers, and these were all Linux servers that were taken hostage. So
And just for comparison's sake, like these individual attacks are asking for $300 in Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
From like each person.
Yep.
Let's move on to the fingerprint scanner. Kyle says Apple better get the fingerprint scanner under the screen and not in the back of the new
I know. There's a
iPhone.
lot of debate
Ooh.
back and forth about that. We've seen kind of those mock units with the circular cutout in the back, indicating a potential fingerprint sensor there. But we don't know how legit those are.
First of all, how do people know that just because that is a circular cutout that it's a fingerprint sensor? That,
what else would it
a
be?
fidget spinner.
Ooh, fidget spinner attachment. Probably not going to happen. Sorry.
Okay, if they don't want to make money, all right, whatever. That's their fault.
Fidget spinners will be dead
Do you know that
by the
there's
time the iPhone 8 comes
there
out.
are like a gajillion fidget spinner apps?
Yeah, but
Yes.
it doesn't replicate the
Apps.
physical
Yeah,
fidget
dude.
spinner.
Why would you even... I hate our society.
No, mark my words. Fidget spinners will not be a thing by the time the iPhone 8 comes out. We won't be talking about them.
I mean, look, I
We've
grew
got several months.
I grew up with Pogs, and that was stupid
Pogs.
enough. But at least Pogs had like art on them, and they looked kind of neat
Yo,
sometimes.
fidget spinners have
Fidget,
art on
yeah, you
them.
can have art in
Shut
fidget
up.
spinners.
Yeah,
Shut
you
up.
can get like different fidget spinners, dude. Some
They've
people
got
have
different
like
colors,
yeah.
you know?
It's incredible to me, like the stupid little gadgety collectibles that we come up with. Pogs was way more fun.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Pogs
It was.
are just
Pogs was
circular
interactive.
cardboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember you were meant to play with other people. Is there like
I don't-
team fidget spinner sports?
Yeah, remember Alf? He's back in fidget spinner form.
You can at least respect that. Come on, it's Alf.
All right, you win. You got the you slipped in a Millhouse reference. Thank you for that. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to Majin Sagi, our old friend. He's asking, he's stating, that is why I was surprised the OnePlus 5 had dual cameras. It's not necessary right now. The bokeh effect is cool, but people just want great looking photos as of right now. I think it's kind of like giving a handicap to anybody who's an amateur photographer and making people who spend their lives becoming great photographers feel like fools.
Bokeh
No,
is like
I don't know
fools,
about
maybe.
that.
Bokeh is the easiest way to trick people into thinking that you're like a real photographer, because all
Right.
it really is like changing the focus on your like lens.
Yeah.
And like people will see a photo that has bokeh, like, wow, come
Yeah.
shoot my wedding.
I mean, look, as someone who takes way too many photos of his kid, like when that thing works, and it's not foolproof, right? A lot of the photos do come out kind of crappy, but when it works, it's nice. It's not something I would share and brag as like some great piece of photography, but it's a great way to highlight a person you care about, right? Like for me, it's not about like showing off any skills. Like I realize I'm a terrible photographer, and that if I paid a professional, like I would appreciate the work that they did. Like the photos that professional photographers take, still by far is way superior to anything that you can do with your phone.
Yeah.
Bokeh
Yeah,
effect or
you're a
not,
lot
right?
more humble than like people I know that have iPhone 7 Pluses, where
The Instagram models.
that and no,
Which is a
they'll-
job now.
They'll show me their phones and their wallpaper, some like waterfall thing or something, and it's just a wallpaper, and they'll be like, "I took that." I'm like, "I don't, cool."
I don't care.
It's your wallpaper. Like, how often do you
Yeah.
really even look at that?
It's one more thing to lend to selfie culture, though.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
I mean, I
Although,
think
although
that's-
they don't really work for selfies because these are all rear-facing
Well,
cameras.
yeah, but it's like for beautiful photos of yourself. Like somebody give
Yeah,
somebody else your phone,
that's
and like
true.
it's so much
I
more
do
accessible
think
now.
the idea of dual cameras, it's going to be like the standard thing very soon.
Oh, yeah.
right? Like iPhone's got it. We're pretty sure. I mean, the rumors all point to the Galaxy Note 8 getting it as well, and all these other phones are sort of picking up dual cameras as a thing.
But when will tri cameras become a thing?
Well, actually, funny you say that
What?
because the
three lenses.
The Tango phone.
No, I
has three
understand
lenses.
the
but
concept
that's for AR though, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I think tri-camera phones will be a thing, and it's because of AR. It's because of these other sort of sophisticated. I think we'll see 3 or 4 cameras. I don't
Four
know if you-
cameras.
If you don't remember, I think it was the Fire phone, which had like 6 cameras in the front because it like read your face for depth. It was partly for AR as well, but that phone, the one that no one bought.
You're right. I don't remember
Yeah.
the Fire phone.
Yeah, because no one does.
Matthew Datcher says, I once shot a short film on an iPhone 7. I don't want to sound like I'm too much of a cranky pants here because I kind of poo-poo on the whole.
Yeah,
Really? How old are you?
5.
Really?
He's as old as he looks.
But like, okay, so I'm not gonna not acknowledge that the mobile phone and the camera that comes in your pocket now, it's kind of a neat, adventurous tool that brings a lot more fantastic opportunities to people who would not have had them. Makes it more affordable, more attainable. But at the same time, I'm tired of everybody running around just taking pictures of themselves. Just like on my train ride this morning, some girl on the train just like caking her face in makeup and then click, 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 click.
I mean,
That happened. Actually, that happened to me yesterday. Like walking down the steps to an LIRR train, this lady just stopped in the middle of walking down the stairs to take a selfie, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
That to me, that warrants.
There is a crowd of people behind her, and she literally just stopped to take a photo, and then she looked back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like,
no kidding.
Yeah, really.
That warrants a slap cam to me.
On Matthew Datcher's note, though, about his short film that he shot on an iPhone 7, I had a class project once where I had to make some kind of like short film, like video documentary thing. And this was supposed to be for a class where you learned how to use like a DSLR camera and all this stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't want to go get the camera or anything like that, so I just shot it all on my phone and like, turned it in like super last minute. And it passed. So thanks to higher phone quality, everybody.
Well, there was that film that did well at Sundance. What was it? Tangerine, I believe. That was shot entirely on an iPhone 5.
Again, there's opportunity there, and in the right hands, it can be a fantastic
in the right hands
tool.
Is key,
but
sure.
now it's in everybody's hands, and not everybody deserves that.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone deserves
I will say
camera.
that. I don't think everybody deserves the front-facing camera.
Just you? You don't get one. Sorry. You got to put a tape in front of your phone.
They take it away from you if you've taken too many selfies in a day or something.
Oh, God. All right.
There's like a limit. Once you hit like 10 selfies, the phone just shuts down?
That's too... Yeah, I don't know.
What is the threshold for you?
I feel like...
one per day.
I feel like if you take more than like 200 a day, that's like too many. I think 10 is too little.
Wait, what?
People are going to take more than 10 selfies a day. That's...
I think I take selfie a month.
I think 200 is
no
when
one
it
wants
gets
to see my
excessive.
face. Though,
No,
so.
I don't care. I know what you look like.
Brian definitely doesn't want to see my face.
My favorite use of the selfie camera, though, is like to take stealth shots of like weird people on the train.
Oh, yeah.
Very useful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Again, in the right hands. Kyle says it's not about the camera, it's about the person behind the camera. Absolutely
Very true.
And Michael Brown expands on that. Casey Neistat, the last vlog was shot completely on the S8, and it was pretty legit. But that guy is an incredible cinematographer.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the vlog style in general, and that's subjective. But you're not going to deny that guy could shoot an awesome video on an old flip phone camera just because he's got the know-how and the skill.
I love it whenever some of these phone companies hire professional photographers or video producers to shoot photos to demonstrate how awesome their camera is. Well, of course, they're professionals. Yeah. They can take anything and make it look great.
Yeah. One more good joke from Michael Brown. If she has 100 selfies in her phone, she's too young for you, bro.
That's probably like the same age as me, so I don't know. It's probably I'm probably too young for everybody, so
it's true.
Yeah,
I would not argue that.
I wonder how many selfies I have on my phone now that I think about it.
I want to tally by tomorrow's episode.
I delete a lot of my photos though. That's the thing to make.
Can't you just look it up on your iPhone? There's like a selfie folder.
Yes, there is.
Of course, there is.
I do it to make space though for more selfies. So
you know what? I'll take a look right now. See how many selfies.
I bet.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Oh, I just pulled up Clash of Clans by accident.
Nobody cares.
I have 6 selfies, and one of them's not even really a selfie. It's just like
I have 347.
What?
Yeah, but they're mostly with my kid.
Yeah, I have 6 in your face. I told you.
Wow.
And then 4 of them are me with a cat.
Okay, yeah.
Like a kitten that I rescued.
That's pretty good.
Ha.
I mean, I would say like 99% of those, my kid's in there. So.
All right, if you want to come up with excuses for your vanity.
So I'm not sharing with anyone.
You're the one with triple-digit selfies, and I have 6.
That's true. Okay? Maybe I'm too old.
You're too young for me.
I don't know what's going on. That dude's wrong on so many levels.
All right, careful. Let's wrap it up before we go down a more boring path.
Got it. Well, thanks. If you enjoyed anything you saw or heard here, I don't know why, check us out on CNET. Our podcast is also available on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, and Google Play Music. We'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.